because this is the problem with bodybuilding. For all the people who are watching us right now, we're going to talk about this more. We're going to give you everything behind what goes on mentally, physically. The problem with bodybuilding, if you're not careful, even it could have happened to you too, you know, because I had to say, hey, because we say to each other. I remember when you saw me like doing a video, and I was like, well, what do you say? I look good. I was looking good, actually. I was in shape. He said, dude, don't pause. I said, Jam, don't do any pauses. I said, all right, I don't do any pauses. Same thing with you. You know, you're trying to compete again, and you're like 50, close to 50. And I was like, dude, why? Waste of time, energy, and money going all over the place, stressing. You're going to be taking drugs, obviously. The drugs that when you take drugs and you're young, you can recover, but when you're old, you're so freaking screwed, man. You could die. Even with a little bit, you could die.
Yeah.
You are in the best position to talk about this, because for everyone who is watching, Nick Jones was the most organized, better than me, the most organized, disciplined bodybuilder I've ever met in my life. One of them. Oh, now you are the only one, actually. I didn't meet many because I was in muscle work. They're all fucked up. Yeah, you're fucked up.
But it was so good. It was so good, though.
They're so good, but they're not organized. They just train, eat, take drugs, and just train. But you, bro, when you start taking your supplements, you have your books, you have your drugs, you knew everything what you were doing with your body. You know, you didn't take a lot of drugs. You were recovered. You did everything to the T. There's no one day. I remember when I moved to Australia. Actually, just for the people who are watching, I moved to Australia in 1996, one of the worst mistakes of my life. I wasted a freaking year and a half of my life in my career chasing pussy like an idiot. But, you know, you learn from this. But the best thing that ever happened to me was meeting you. Because if I didn't go to Australia, I would have never met you. Because I met you in Australia, right? That's where I met you.
Well, I thought about it last night. The kids asked me, how long have you known Jamo? It's 25 years, bro, we've been friends.
Yes, but I met you in Australia for the first time because you were working for Masashi, and I was there for the first time, you know.
Yep. You were working at Body Tan downstairs from Masashi.
Yeah.
Gym.
Yeah. And I enjoyed the 6 months that I stayed there.
The biggest thing with bodybuilding is something to be mindful of always, because like you say, it's so easy to fall into the trap when you start taking juice and you want to compete, and especially with social media now, it's just it gets very narcissistic very, very quickly, especially these days. We were lucky we didn't have social media. But the thing with bodybuilding that I'd like to share is it should improve your life. Doing your bodybuilding, the food that you eat, the training that you do, the mindset that you have, it should improve your life. And yes, Jamo, we were very obsessed because you needed to be obsessed to reach the development and the success that we did have with competitive bodybuilding. But it still improved our life. We got to travel the world. We got to meet great people.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
That's a lot about ourselves. We got to learn.
I got to meet you, man. I got to meet you, and we met.
Right. That's right. So you know, bodybuilding should improve your life. When it gets to the point where you're eating chicken and rice, you know, 4 times a day, and you're having oatmeal and egg whites for breakfast, and train, eat, sleep, that's all you do. Your friends invite you out and say, no, I can't. I've got to stay home and have my chicken and rice at 8:30 p.m. and then I've got to have my egg white omelette at 10:30 p.m.
We were never like this.
As soon as it gets to that, yeah, before a contest, you knuckle down and you get focused, and you do have to be very, very disciplined when you're getting ready for a contest, but it should improve your life. And something when you compete, when you do a competition, there's another really important thing that I think with competitive bodybuilding. Once you have done that show, once you've spent 16 to 20 weeks dieting and preparing, and you have sacrificed some friendships and some social events and holidays, and you've sacrificed to do the show, as soon as you compete, you need to reward yourself, and you need to reward the loved ones around you that have supported your grumpy dieting ass for the last 4 to 5 months. So you need to reward yourself after a show, whether that's a short holiday, whether it's going to a nice hotel and taking your woman out for dinner, and or meeting up with your friends and having a celebratory dinner, and pay for them, you know, like, thank you for your support and your love throughout my journey. I know I was an asshole. I was dieting, and I know I knocked you back for your birthday dinner, and I knocked you back going for drinks, and I knocked you back for that social occasion because I had to train and get up early and train legs. You know, so I think it's so important once you compete and you've achieved and ticked that box off of doing that show, get lots and lots of photos, do all the photo shoots. You taught me that. You taught me to get photos when you compete, get as many photo shoots as you can when you compete. Once that's done, you reward yourself. You have a holiday. You take your partner away. You go out for dinner. You reward yourself before you get back into the gym and start preparing for next year's competition.
Actually, that's the best phase of it all. It's like when you finish everything. I remember doing the show, then I had to stay in shape for the shoots in California. I used to come in, it spent like 3 weeks to have to stay in shape. And because if you're not in shape, they're not going to shoot you. If you hold water, they're not going to shoot you.
Yep.
So you have to stay in shape. And then when everything is over and done, then you go back home and then it's time to relax. We used to go out and have fun.